Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love. Hello and welcome. We unfortunately do not have Nelson, so I, Schnell, will pretend to be host this evening. With the absence of Nelson this evening, we will be playing a totem game of EDH with no commander restrictions, no theme, no anything like that, other than just several other people decided that they couldn't play without four players, so they had to change their decks. So let's see how that goes. I, Schnell, won the roll-off. I brought Kotori, Pilot Prodigy. This is I can fly, I'm pilot, I can crew.
I'm the fire starter.
Yes, so we'll see if I can save Jeff Goldblum and win my independence. Oh, thank God I drew the land I needed. So, Island, pass to Teach.
We were at the Barbie movie last night, and they had that stupid little like trivia thing before the previews even start.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, who said this quote in a movie? And one of them was like from Bring It On. So Tiffany read it.
So you just screamed the answer. It was Kristen Dunst.
Tiffany read it.
Eliza Dushku.
And she goes, "Oh, it's the blonde one." And I looked at her and said, "What?" And then the answer came up with some chick from Bring It On. And Tiffany was like, "Yeah, it's the blonde one." So you don't get credit for that. So then a couple minutes go by, and the next quote that came up was Independence Day.
Okay.
And it was like, "Hey boys, I'm back." So,
Russell Grace!
Well, so I immediately went,
hero.
"Oh, it was that guy." And Russell Case popped up, and she's like, "Did you know that?" And I said, "Yeah, it was that guy."
Specifically new.
Anyway, I am Teach.
What's up, Teach? Woo!
What up, Hive Mind? Tonight I am playing
Apparently Nelson really keeps us on fucking track for this, so.
Rith the Awakener. Good old-fashioned Rith. Oldest commander deck that I have. Tokens galore. Not what I was planning on playing tonight. I decided that the couple decks that I was going to play were more combo-y in nature, and I don't think that's fun if there's not four of us, because it's just one person out, one person that can't stop me, so we're going to do Rith. Nice. A little more aggressive. I will start this turn with an Axe Guard Armory, which enters tapped.
I'm using Nelson's spot for my beer.
That's fine. Later on, I can use it to search for an equipment if I choose to. I will pass to Chris.
For this week, I finally pulled the trigger on a tribal deck that I've been eyeballing for a while now. Treefolk Tribal with Lord of the Rings. There's finally just a little extra oomph of Treefolk support, and I felt there was finally a critical mass of it to get this deck off the ground. So I pulled the trigger on it and built it.
Treefolk can't fly.
Nope, they can reach like a son of a bitch.
Knock your ass out of the sky.
I will draw for the turn. I will play this Evolving Wilds. I will go fetch a basic, and I will cast.
I will go fuck myself. Tej and I are the same person, by the way, if you haven't figured that out by now.
Forest, into play tapped. Pass to Schnell.
Untap, upkeep, drawer. Land for the turn, Plains. Smuggler's Copter. It is a vehicle. Cruise for 1 becomes a 3/3 flying.
Struggle smuggle.
Yes. Whenever it attacks or blocks, I may draw and then discard. Pass to Tej.
No, but I will anyway, because I'm a good friend. I will untap.
You're okay.
I will.
You're the same as me, so I know you're a piece of shit.
That's fair. My land for turn will be Cinderglade, which will enter tapped, because I don't have enough basics out yet. And my play for the turn will be a Skull Clamp. And I'll pass to Chris.
Alright, untap. I will...
You can't Skull Clamp your commander and benefit.
You can if I sacrifice my commander.
Your commander?
My commander. I've had like
I'm going to play a Godless Shrine tapped and pass.
Apparently, Kirkland brand really packs in the ABV.
It does.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Island. Land for the turn.
15%.
Myth Realized. And Ethereum Sculptor.
According to the Surgeon General,
but that's enough to crew your
women should not drink.
It is. Women should not drink. Oh, you just ignore the rest of the... I
Yep.
gotcha. I gotcha. We are going to activate Smuggler's Copter, tapping the Ethereum Sculptor to crew. And... Oh, yeah, you're a totem. So, you guys, 3/3 coming at you.
I can do nothing.
Okay. When it attacks, trigger, I may draw a card. If I do, just card a card.
Looter, Scooter.
Looter, Scooter. Gooter.
Nah, Looter, you ain't hurt nobody.
What's that? Go draw.
Untap, upkeep, drawer.
I will play a Stomping Ground.
Ugh.
And I will cast a Goblin Bombardment. I can sacrifice a creature to do 1 damage to target creature or player.
Oh shit, he
Rith.
will sacrifice Rith to
And I will
us.
pass the turn. If you think I'm not going to sacrifice Rith for 1 damage, you are correct. But I can.
I could if I wanted to. I just don't want to.
I am going to
Fuck myself.
play this Bojuka Bog.
I forget
You're going to exile your graveyard.
what my Cyber Drive Awakener.
Yep.
I forget where I was working, but there was a summer job I had where I was not supposed to swear, but we were doing like it was a Walmart reconstruction or Walmart remodel. So I wasn't supposed to swear, but I was basically doing construction. And at one point, I yelled "Goof" to somebody because I caught myself when the boss was walking around.
Pester.
Okay, you didn't do anything.
Play land
That-
and exile your thing.
That's not anything.
It's advancing the board state. He now has more mana on his next turn, and you have shit in your graveyard.
I don't need my graveyard. For 1, with the reduced cost, Arcane Signet. 1 for 1. That's a hell of a... Then, we're going to cast my commander. The Kotori Pilot Prodigy. 2/4. Vehicles I control have crew 2, so I can tap extra for my Smuggler's Copter now if I really want to. And at the beginning of combat on my turn, target artifact creature I control gains lifelink and vigilance until the end of the turn.
Nice.
We will crew the Smuggler's Copter, go to combat. Smuggler's Copter will get vigilance lifelink, and I will swing at you guys and your totem.
I literally cannot do anything, Chris.
Trigger on
I
the
have
attack
nothing.
regardless of
We'll
what
take it.
happens.
34.
And discarding. Honestly, we probably won't need Jace Architect. That's how good the rest of my shitty hand is. Tej, we're gaining the 3
Hooray!
because of the lifelink. Go ahead.
I want that. I'm still in the game. Drawer. I will drop a Plains.
Correct.
And I am going to play a card that has been in the deck for a little while now, and I've never cast it before. And I'm going to cast Awaken the Woods. I'm going to create X, 1/1 green forest dryad land creature tokens. X is only 2, so it's not that explosive, but still,
Yeah.
I get them.
Please tell me you're just using Dryad Arbors as your tokens, right?
I honestly don't remember if I did that or not. I know I'm pretty sure I don't have the actual token.
That is the most baller move. To just be like, I'm just using the actual card to create. Those things still like $8.
Dryad Arbors?
Yeah.
Probably. Okay. I do not have a Dryad Arbor in my token pile. That will change later. I have 2 Dryads, though.
Okay.
And I will pass my turn. Draw for the turn.
Forest. I will.
That's not too bad.
I will pay 3 mana.
Okay.
I will cast Wren and Realmbreaker. Lands I control have add 1 mana of any color. Just comes into play with 4 loyalty. And I will do the +1 ability on them, which is up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with vigilance, hexproof, and haste until your next turn. It's still a land,
But not reach.
but not reach. If you want to smack them down, you may.
Fair enough. Done.
Yes.
Untap. Upkeep. Drawer. We are going to crew the copter. We will go to combat, and we will swing at Ren.
Does that have vigilance?
Oh, yes, it does. Sorry.
Down to 2.
Okay. Gaining 3 on my trigger of that and that. Second main. 1, 2, 3, 4. Magus of the Tabernacle. All creatures have, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature unless you pay 1.
Huh.
That's why I giggled, because I'm like, it's funny. Your forests are going to have to tap for themselves. Pass to Tej.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. I have to pay 1 for each of my creatures.
Yep.
Otherwise they're destroyed.
Yes. Or they're sacrificed.
They will tap for themselves.
Yeah, I figured.
That will not stand. What is that thing?
It's a 2/6.
This is so it's a monster.
Yeah, it is a human wizard.
I will play Windswept Heath.
He looks like a Joffrey, spelled with a G.
I am going to equip one of my Dryad Arbors to draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll equip the other one. Not with that, though. There. Let's draw 2 cards. They drew me 2 cards. They did okay. And for 2 or 3 mana, nothing I can do. So, I am going to take a roll of the dice here. I am going to sacrifice my Windswept Heath, and I will take it out of our life total Schnell. To search my library for a forest or plains card. I need...
You're not running forest or plains anymore, are you?
I am.
Okay.
I want the Canopy Vista. Then I will cast Enlightened Tutor to put an enchantment or artifact on top of my deck. That way I have 7 cards in hand. Don't have to discard, and I will end my turn.
How do we make them shuffle?
You can.
Untap. Upkeep trigger. Is that not a creature anymore?
It's not a creature.
Okay, I didn't know if... How long does it stay a creature?
Until my next turn.
Okay, fair enough. It still had the die on it. So.
Yep.
This seems like
Alright,
it
I will
could be
drop for the
more
turn.
than Totem.
Unclaimed territory. I will name Tree Folk.
I mean, I'm sure there's mechanics that get stupid with the situation.
Then I will spend 5 mana. I will cast Eudora Gravegardener, 5/5 Tree Folk Druid. Whenever another non-token creature I control dies, I may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land.
I will be Enlightened Tutoring up a Sylvan Library.
Then I am going to -2 Ren to mill 3 and then put a permanent card from among the milled cards into my hand.
Nice.
So mill 3. Assassin's Trophy, Entish Restoration, and a Radiant Grove. Radiant Grove will go into my hand. I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. During my upkeep, I will pay for my 3 current creatures. Draw. Oh, sad. We will crew the copter. That does not have reach.
No.
Oh, I think you bumped a card off your discard pile. Graveyard's taking a hit.
No, I think we're all there.
Okay. The card flipped up then a little bit when you moved. So, Smuggler's Copter is going to swing at
Take it.
your totem. Trigger.
Nothing I can do about it.
Draw and discard. Pitch that. 1, 2, 3. We are up to 48. Then, second main, Signet into Felwar Stone. Give me a little bit more mana to keep my boys alive. And Myth Realized will get, since I cast one non-creature, a token. Go ahead, Teach.
I will untap. I will upkeep. I will draw Sylvan Library.
Are you awake over there?
Yes, I am.
I'm
trying to read new deck. Who dis?
Yeah.
Reading all my cards carefully.
Flamekin Village, which will enter tapped because I'm not revealing any enchantments to you buttholes.
Oh. But my butthole.
Then I will cast Sylvan Library.
Checks out.
And I will pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep trigger. I will pay a black for Eudora to the Tabernacle.
Yo, yo, yo. It's me, Eudora. Your boy, Eudora. You just look classy as shit drinking wine, by the way.
Radiant Grove will be my land for the turn.
Stop playing with you. Fidgeting with spare wires. You know.
Pay 3 mana.
Like a redneck.
I will cast Heartwood Storyteller. 2/3 Treefolk. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, each of that player's opponents may draw a card. Pass turn.
Ah, that's untap. Upkeep. I will pay.
It's a weird one.
3. Draw. Land for the turn. Island. Do I want to do that? Well, I can't do that yet anyway. Still doesn't have reach?
Nope.
Okay. We're going to crew the copter and swing at you guys. Trigger. Draw and discard.
Stop the bleeding, Tej.
Pitch the island? Yeah.
All we're bleeding, comrade.
3, yes. Second main. Sculpting Steel will come into play as a copy of Smuggler's Copter.
Nice.
It's a non-creature, so there are some triggers off of that.
You and I will each draw a card from Heartwood Storyteller.
Hooray.
And that will be it for Schnell. Pass to Tej.
I will untap. I will upkeep. I will draw 3 for Sylvan Library. And if you think I'm not going to take 8 life away from Schnell on my totem...
I mean, I'm building us up just so you can tear us down, and it's bullshit.
This is why Sylvan Library is actually real good right now.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 life totals to play with. My land for turn will be Reflecting Pool.
Well, Chris and I are then going to get a shitload of life. I only have to kill 1 totem. To keep the other 2 way alive.
What do now?
Show me what that mouth do.
I'm going to cast Martial 2. I'm going to put 5 white soldier creature tokens into play and destroy all other creatures.
No.
All other creatures, you say?
All other creatures.
Okay, so Schnell and I will draw from you casting for Heartwood Storyteller.
Oh.
I'll allow it.
And then Eudora says, whenever another non-token creature I control dies, you may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. So Heartwood Storyteller is now a forest. In face down mode.
And on that note, I will finish my turn.
And then end your turn?
What did I say?
Finish.
Yeah.
Or I'm like finishing is like second main anything.
No, I'm finishing my turn. I'm ending my turn.
That didn't
it's
clarify.
over.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Saying it again doesn't change the...
I disagree.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Pass turn. That's all I want. That's all I need.
Broker's Hideout will be my land for the turn. When it enters, I can search for a forest or a plains or an island.
I'll have to move to discard, by the way.
We will search up Indatha Triome. That's a forest.
That's a solid one.
And then I gain 1 life. This one needs some shoring up.
Yeah. It's the Prestige Totem at 29.
Cut.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
7 mana available.
Now, Bobby, I ain't hurt nobody.
I want to do this and this.
We'll see what I draw, I suppose.
I'll pay 2 mana for Mind Stone. Then I will pay 2, 3, 4 for Ancient Lumber Knot.
What?
Each creature you can is a 1/4 tree folk. Each creature I control with toughness greater than its power assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power.
So it is effectively a 4/4.
He likes big butts. He doth not lie. Pestern.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Drawer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that, or I could do that and that.
That and that sounds an awful lot like double spelling. Usually the recommended route.
I can barely spell once. What we will do... Yeah, I think it's safer, easier, better. We will recast the commander. Kotori Pilot Prodigy. This Smuggler's Copter will tap him to crew. We will go to combat.
Tap that smuggler's copter to crew the other smuggler's copter.
I could. I mean, there's no reason not to other than stupid. We will go to combat. We will attack the Prestige Totem.
I have a response. I'm going to sacrifice a soldier to do 1 damage to that smuggler's copter. And then another one. And then a third one.
No! Well, as the attack trigger, I still get to draw and discard a thing.
Yep.
Discard
Should have done that before you attacked. But
Smuggler's Copter dies.
just spoke too quickly.
Land for the turn will be Fairy Conclave. And we will pass to Teach.
One tap.
Vengeance will be mine.
I'll draw 3.
Eventually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chanel and I are at 35.
Yeah. What a dick.
Sylvan Library as an offensive weapon.
Just a full-throated bastard move. Ugh.
1, 2, 3 would leave me with 5 up. Which is not enough for that, but it is enough for that. Oh wait, I forgot I had that. I'm going to start here. With...
Crew. Pilot. I should have pulled that playmat out of the pile, but I didn't know I was playing this until right before you guys showed up.
Right. I'm going to leave this plains untapped and tap this Flamekin Village instead. First thing I'm going to do is cast an Ashnod's Altar.
What harm could come of that?
Yeah, no, that's probably fine.
Not much.
Altar is one of those words that...
Yeah. Lots of buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
4, 5,
Oh,
6,
crap.
7, 8, 9.
Or Mox is another one.
Mox Altar. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Okay.
No.
Not you. I have to use... I have to do it this way. Alright. For those and the Life of a Soldier token, it's going to give me 6 mana, which is enough for a Dragon Lair Spider. 5/6 reach. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, I put a 1/1 green insect creature token onto the battlefield.
Okay. You're good.
Then I will end my turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to sacrifice my Mind Stone to draw a card.
Wow. That does not sound like I have the perfect response to that fucking spider.
Nope.
That is, I need to dig for a fucking prayer.
Draw for the turn. That's okay. I am going to. How many cards in hand, Teach?
7.
That is far too many.
I disagree.
If you have a wheel effect,
Oh, Reginald.
wait.
That's no good either. I am going to. It's not the best use of this, but you're going to try it anyway. I'm going to cast Last March of the Ents. This can't be countered. I draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures I control.
He gets a spider.
You get a spider.
Oh,
That's
that was my counter spell.
Oh.
Whipping one out.
So I draw 4, and I can put any number of creature cards from my hand onto the battlefield.
All right.
This doesn't go to the graveyard.
Okay,
I
I was
did
like, why is that? You sacrifice the creature?
No.
It doesn't. It's not very entish.
Oh man, we really shit the bed on that. That was real bad.
Some sort of cousin ent.
What you need to do is take 8 of Schnell's lives.
No.
Draw 3 extra cards.
No.
Land for the turn. After I finish resolving this spell. Sorry. Scurry Oak. It's the only creature I had in my hand.
You completely fucking whiffed him.
No. I drew. I had that in my hand and drew nothing else.
Honestly, Scurry Oak is probably the scariest fucking tree folk because of how many fucking combos it is involved in.
Then I am going to discard Swamp and Pester.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Roar.
What does Scurry Oak do?
It is a 1/2 with Evolve. Whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on it, I get a squirrel token.
I see how that can be abused.
I did not put any combo pieces for it in this deck.
Fair enough. You have 2 spiders?
I have 1 spider.
Oh, the insects it
does
makes?
not have reach.
Excellent. Generous gift. Have another insect without reach. Cast a non-creature spell for those who care. What? What will you do?
Oh,
want
this
my
gets
spider.
exiled.
I know. That's why I would like you to not have your spider.
Oh no, it doesn't get exiled. I was mistaken.
Fine, I'll allow it. It is destroyed. I get an Elephantus.
Elephantus.
And a second insect.
And a second Elephantus. Way the fucks. Then Zo, we will have my smuggler's copter be crewed by Kotori. I will go to combat.
4 combat. Path to exile. Your sculpting steel.
So
You get a basic.
I get a basic. Okay. Exiled forever.
Ramping.
Basic tapped.
Basic tapped.
Fairy Conclave is a land I somehow don't own a single copy of.
Really?
I keep thinking that I own it, but then I think it's something else.
That was a terrible
great
story. That was a
fucking
terrible
story.
story.
No. Every time, just a little
I
elaborate.
thought I had
It makes
one.
sense.
I don't have one, but I do have one.
Every time I see Fairy Conclave, I think, oh, I own that card. But then I feel like every time I go to look to see that I actually have it, it's a different land that I keep mistaking for Fairy Conclave.
Okay.
I bought multiple boxes of Urza's Legacy. I have 2 playsets of every single one of the other 4 cards in that cycle. Not a single Fairy Conclave. And it was reprinted at 10th edition. Don't have any there either.
Second main. Argivian Find. I'm going to bring back Smuggler's Copter. I'm going to
Smugglerscopter.deck.
cast my effectively 3rd Smuggler's Copter. Argivian Find will be my 4th non-creature spell, so Myth Realized is that big, and we're going to tap correctly. Nope, couldn't tap correctly. We had to tap that way. Okay. tried to uncheat, but I couldn't. Had to not cheat. Go ahead, Teej.
Untap.
Go away cheating.
Go away. Cheating.
Draw 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Could you?
That's
Look at
right.
that.
That's right, Bubby.
Could you stop being that guy?
I think now I can.
You are bringing us down. We had a good totem going.
Stimulant and
Also,
depressant.
fucking love this card.
I do too.
Argivian Find. Argivian.
Argivian.
Argive.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12, 14, 16. I should be able to do some stuff with this.
Let's hope, Nat.
I will sacrifice a soldier for 2 mana. And 1 green and 2 green. That will give me Arasta of the Endless Web. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, I get a 1/2 spider token with reach.
Boo.
All hail the Queen of Putrescence.
Stop putting out spiders to deal with my copters.
6. 8 and 12.
Magic is weird. What do you mean spiders are deadly to helicopters? Oh man,
1,
that's what the Garfield the cat said.
3, 5 will give me a Tendershoot Dryad. At the beginning of each upkeep, I create a 1/1 Saproling creature token. Saprolings I control get +2/+2 as long as I have the City's Blessing, which I do. So all my Saprolings are 3/3s.
Yeah.
Then
Sorry, I
Sanford
don't know
and
why
Son, huh?
Sanford and Son
6,
is.
7, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would leave enough up for.
It's my brain's holding music, I guess. It's just I don't know what's going on.
I cannot do that. But I could do this. Nope, can't do that.
God.
I will 1, 2, 3.
Single-handedly have been kicking the shit out of you guys, and I am part of the lowest life total.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah. Haven't been attacked yet.
4, 5, 6, 7. I
You still have 7
am
cards
just-
in hand?
Yep.
Didn't you just play 5 things? Yeah.
Going to end my turn.
End your fucking turn.
Finish it.
Oh no, we're not allowed to say finish in this house.
No, we are. I live in the country, so.
Upkeep token.
Yep, every upkeep.
Every upkeep.
Vault of Champions is my
Go
land
ahead.
for the turn.
Have an
Enters
upkeep.
untapped.
Quick, how do I skip my upkeep? Did I build that deck? No, I usually, if anything, I try to take extra upkeeps.
Green white. I'm going to cast Hunting Grounds. It does nothing unless I have Threshold.
You probably have Threshold. You've been
Instant or
sacrificing
sorcery?
things accidentally
I
this
do
whole
have
time.
Threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, Hunting Grounds has, whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. As we've
Cool.
established, no creatures in hand.
No threats
City's Blessing
detected.
here as well.
6, 7, 8. Going to cast Cut of the Prophets. I am.
That's a
It has
sorcery?
casualty 3. It is a sorcery. I'm not going to do the casualty. It's draw X, lose X. I'm going to draw 6 and lose 6.
So saith the spider.
You know, you guys can attack me.
I'm getting there.
Alright. Now, I need to go discard down to hand size.
4, 5, 6, 7.
4,
Wow.
5,
What?
6. Yep. Discarding 3 lands and a Heartless Summoning. Pass turn.
Okay. Untap. I have no triggers, so I won't even say the word.
I'll keep
Go to my
sapling.
It just slows you down a turn, but it feels like the thing to do. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cyclonic Rift overloaded.
A response.
There you are. I have a response.
First of all, I get a spider.
Yep. You counter it. You redirect it.
Gonna counter it.
Okay.
Lapse of Certainty.
Okay.
If it's countered, put it on top of your library instead of in your graveyard.
See you next turn.
It's like a con.
That was partially by design, yes.
So I have a couple cast triggers here. Cyclonic Rift cast trigger. That's probably not the right one. That creature has greater power or toughness, so I'll go this way. I'll put Tilling Tree Folk into play.
Build up slowly.
Putting a 1/1 counter on here, and that will get me a squirrel. Memory Lapse cast. As a Root Channeler is a 4/6 with reach. I can tap it to gain 2 life, and creature spells I cast cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life I gained this turn.
Reach.
So 2 counters on here, 2 squirrels.
I forgot about reach.
Don't forget about Dre and his reach. Dre has reach. Okay.
Squirrel. And when Tilling Tree Folk enters the battlefield, I return up to 2 target land cards from my graveyard to my hand.
I'm going to pass to Tej because now that he still has a board, I can't swing through it.
At the end of your turn,
The Misty and the Forest I will grab.
I'm going to cast Artifact Mutation, destroying your Smuggler's Copter. I get 3 Saprolings.
Don't make me just get more counter. I'll find a way.
I believe you.
Life finds a way.
1, 2, 3 Saprolings.
Dum 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 dum.
Untap.
See you next turn.
Upkeep. I get another Saproling.
Come on, Cyclonic Rift.
Draw, draw, draw. We'll take 4 from Chris.
What?
4 from me. I mean, you.
I mean, it's you both.
It is.
It's you both times. It legally has to be.
It is. Land returned is a root-bound crag.
Craig.
Damn it, Craig.
Fuck it.
Yep, 7 cards in hand. Okay.
I have 3. Siege has 24.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I want 4 for you. 4 for you. 1 for you.
How many board wipes are the tree people running?
Pray.
A couple. Do have access to black and white.
Good. Now's the time.
Not many, though.
I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to pay 1 green for an Essence Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, I gain 1 life.
Oh boy.
I'm going
We
to pay
get 1 life, comrade.
4 mana for an Outpost Siege. Choosing Dragons. Whenever a creature I control leaves the battlefield, Outpost Siege deals 1 damage to target creature or player.
Oh boy.
And you got sack outlets and a bunch of fucking bodies?
And you have a Cyclonic Rift.
What?
And I'm going to use my last 4 manas to play Perforos, God of the Forge.
I technically don't have a Cyclonic Rift. The deck has a Cyclonic Rift.
Which is not a creature. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, deals 2 damage to each opponent.
Why wouldn't you do that and then the warden?
Because I'm stupid.
I mean,
Nope,
you gain the life.
You are absolutely not wrong.
Inflicting 4 versus gaining 1 feels like a...
Well, I still don't gain a life because it's not a creature.
fair enough. So
I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing.
I'm just trying to figure out the intent here.
There was none. I'm playing without intent.
Guards go down. We go low to high, so we remember the order.
I will pass the turn to Chris.
Right. Get these manas all situated here.
Yeah, and we're trying to get a little better at the game.
We are.
As a group.
We should be.
We should be way better than we are. It's just, that is an immutable fact.
I mean...
All right.
Tej runs white counter spells, which
Drop
I
a
always
10.
fucking forget.
Upkeep. Schnell and I will gain a life.
Woo!
8 from your life total. I'm sorry, 4 from
Our
your life total.
joint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 2 per...
Correct.
It's times 2 times 2.
Canopy Vista will be my land for the turn. I do have 2 basics, so it enters untapped.
I really should have, but I did not.
3, 4. I will pay 4 mana. I'll cast Greater Good.
It's an enchantment,
Yes.
not an instant or sorcerer.
Is that what triggers the spider?
Instants and sorceries.
Spider hiding in the corner, super fucking normal.
I'm
I'm listening
going
to a lot
to
of
then,
Burnham lately.
then pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw Cyclonic Rift.
I get a Saproling. Chanel and I will gain a life.
Woo!
You will lose 4.
Boo! Okay. Cyclonic Rift overloaded.
Response! First, I will get a spider.
This goes to 6.
This is going to get messy.
I know, but it's the only way to advance things.
Chris and I will gain a life.
Beyond this.
You guys will lose 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
From,
I'm gaining a life from Essence Warden.
yes.
You are losing 4 from Peripherals because each opponent
Loses 2.
Okay.
We're
2 damage.
Yeah.
With that trigger on the stack, I'm going to pay a black and a white.
I'm gonna phase the fuck out.
I'm going to exile target permanent with CMC 4 or greater and exile Peripherals.
That's fine. Peripheros is exiled.
It helps a bit.
Also in response, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 creatures that I am willing to sacrifice to Ashnod's altar, doing 1 damage for each of them from Gumgoblin Bombardment.
Are you sacking them one at a
And
time?
I have to sacrifice them one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And whenever a creature token I control leaves the battlefield, it's going to do another damage. So if I sacrifice my board, you guys will lose.
Okay, so after you sacrifice,
I'm spelling it out, so
Yeah.
that's what it's going to do, and I'm going to start the process by sacrificing 1 Saproling token.
okay, in response to those triggers going on the stack, the
Yep.
siege and that, I am going to pay 3 mana. I'm going to K grip the Goblin Bombardment.
Split second, you say?
That'll.
That might.
All right. Why do I do that?
What the-
Goblin Bombardment is exiled. You will still take 2.
On our totem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got there.
So you have 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't kill you now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. But I can still sacrifice the rest of my tokens. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you will take an 11.
Putting us at
And
13.
11.
Down to 13. Cyclonic Rift gets you 2.
I know.
Okay.
I'm waiting for everything to resolve.
I'm just... Fair enough.
I'm going to tap this to gain 2 life.
If I have to put
Before
my
it goes
board
back to my
state
hand.
back out, okay.
And counter cyclonic. Just, well, you sacrificed everything in response, asshole. Gone.
Actually, that's a good point.
Okay.
I was just making sure he was all
No.
resolved on up
Nope.
before I...
I did it.
Okay. I'm going to activate Myth Realized. I'm not going to. Sorry.
3 more life, because it's whenever a creature.
Okay.
Who earns?
Okay. I'm going to activate Myth Realized. And I'm going to send 2 Commander and a 6/6 your ways.
I can do nothing.
Alright. Beautiful.
Okay. Go ahead.
On
Hey,
tap.
why are these still out? Cyclonic Rift is
Because
all non-land permanents.
You are correct. I forgot about that. These are all lands. They're fine. That means no Sylvan Library. Boo!
I mean, I don't want to take 8. I was trying to buy myself an extra turn.
By yourself, you did. Okay.
Buy myself some rounds.
With that knowledge,
You should drink wine every game.
it's not wine. I mean,
It's
that's
grape
wine.
juice.
I'm just stupid, and I don't do words good sometimes.
Really?
Really?
You're gonna recast that, Bob?
No, it's in my graveyard.
Yeah.
Good goblin bombardment.
Goblin. That's a good word.
3,
Bob.
7,
Goblin Boboblinman.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't do that.
Alright.
So let's do it this way. I will have, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
11.
4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 9, 8, 7. Alright. I make sure that I have the mana to do this. 1, 2, I definitely have the mana to do this. 3, excellent. 9 mana will give me a Tendershoot Dryad and an Erasta.
But you still have City's Blessing.
Yes,
That is
still
just
have
something
the
that you
City's
have the rest of the game
whatever.
once you have
That
it.
is correct.
Okay.
I will move to discard, and I will discard Skull Clamp, Essence Warden, and Priest of Titanium. Go ahead.
Right. Untap. Did not mean to elbow you
It's okay.
that
I liked
gently.
it.
Drop a turn.
Instants and sorceries trigger your spider.
Correct.
Upkeeps trigger your shoot.
That changes what I want to do.
Just want to make sure you're not missing your triggers.
Green white.
I was getting there. I was just thirsty.
Hunting grounds.
Nah.
Forest will be my line for the turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana available.
Come on, regular board wipe. There's a bunch of them in this deck that I haven't fucking seen. I think that's why I chose us to pilot this one tonight, is because I know it needs some
Scurry Oak.
upgrades and additions.
That's why I chose my next deck.
Good. I like your next deck.
Thanks. I worked hard on it.
2, 3, 4.
Also, I do really like Myth Realized.
Doran the Siege Tower. I will cast my commander. Each creature, not just mine, assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power.
Ooh.
Equal to its ass.
Yep.
Kotori's got a big butt. Gonna be swinging it.
Then I will pay
That makes your spider a 5/5.
Is that what it is? Yep.
Oh, shit.
Triggers Scurry Oak. I did these a little out of order again. I'm not great at this game. I can pay 4 mana for that. Or I can go like this. We'll go 3 mana for a Death's Oasis. Another enchantment. This is another one I've never played before.
Ooh.
Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard.
Okay, I know that one.
Then return a creature card with lesser CMC than the creature that died from your graveyard to your hand, and you can sack it to gain life equal to the greatest CMC among creatures you control.
Interesting.
Then with my last green...
From Ikoria?
Yeah.
It is. I'm going to cast Treefolk
Sounded
Harbinger.
like an Ikoria.
Oh, yeah.
74 lines of text that you have to reread each turn. Yep, that's Ikoria. Treefolk Harbinger 0/3. I get it. A squirrel from my Doran yet. And then I can search my library for a Treefolk or Forest, reveal it, put it on top of the library. So I will do that. Pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep.
Saproling.
Draw. Land for the turn. Sky Cloud Expanse. 5/5, 3/3. Boo earns. We will cast Shorakai Genesis Engine. That'll give a Myth-realized counter because it is a non-creature spell. He is a vehicle. I can pay 1 to tap and then draw 2 cards and discard a card to create a 1/1 pilot that can crew as though it were power 2 greater, or 2 power greater. Yeah, its power or 2 greater. Anyway, cruise.
Goblin Bombardment.
Go Goblin Bombardment. Goblin Bombardment's an old card. This one's new and has crew.
Goblin Crew Barbin.
Yes. It can be my commander, which means it deals commander damage.
I was waiting.
Kolfanor, the last U, is the Treefolk on top of my library.
Alright.
Just thought it'd be funny. Like, I attack, no blocks. All right, it can be my commander, so it will be.
Yeah.
Cast trigger on the hunting ground from Hunting Grounds.
Okay.
I will put as a root channeler into play. Trigger Scurry Oak, get another spoil.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't swing through all you bullshit.
Ha! That was a good joke. It was a tree joke.
Yeah, all you. It's a lot of you. Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw 1 card like a chump. I get a sapling though, because it's my upkeep too.
What's it like being a bitch over there?
It doesn't feel good.
I know, right? I've been dealing with this the whole game.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry you feel like this all the time.
Oh, Chris, we're at 12. We gotta fucking.
I'm trying. I'm Treefolk. I run around with my head on fire. That's all I do.
7.
You don't show up until shit has absolutely hitting the fan.
Yep.
I could. So I will. Might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cruise for 2. That's pretty good.
I will cast Outpost Siege. Once again, choosing dragons.
That's lame. You did that last time.
Creature I control
shake it
loses
up a little.
battlefield. 1 damage to target creature or player.
Get some new material.
3 more mana.
Look at me, I'm a good EGH
Wait
player. My decks do
a
the
minute.
same thing every time.
Hold on. Untap. I might have fucked myself already.
Good.
Anyway, Ancient Lumber Knot comes into play when you cast that. Does not trigger Scurry Oak. No more.
No more.
Okay, I did not fuck myself. 3 mana will give me Astronaut's Altar. I am going to cast March of the Multitudes. It has Convoke, so I can tap my creatures for green mana. And I create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. So I am choosing X to be, because I have to do this intelligently.
Okay.
White, green. Then 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm choosing X to be 8.
So you're getting 8 deuters?
Yes.
Okay.
Sacrifice these. I'm going to create 8 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures are leaving. 4 damage to you guys.
Uh-oh.
And then 8
8
dudes,
guys that you can
sacrifice them to wipe you out.
In response.
Yep, any responses.
Well, Chris gets first dibs.
So, okay, let's start here. I sacrifice my board. March of the Multitudes is on the stack.
Okay. Chris, responses.
Yes. I can pay. I don't have any mana open. I can't do anything.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm dumb.
I'm going to activate my artifact to pay 1, tap it, and draw 2 cards. Then discard a card, creating a pilot. We will discard this, create a pilot, and we will crush contraband, exiling these.
Exile target artifact. Exile target enchantment. Motherfuck.
I think this is the first time that I've ever looked for a response and found one.
Well, casting that will give me a spider.
Casting that will give me a tilling treefolk, returning 2 lands to my hand.
Alright, yeah, you got it.
Yay!
He's going to join Perforos. Hey guys.
Swamp and Haunted Mire will be the lands returned to my hand.
Alright, so.
I get a counter on Mithralized. Mythendir. Gross.
March of the Multitudes resolves. I get 8 soldier tokens. They have lifelink, even though the token itself does not say that. And I need to add that to the list of tokens that I never, ever, ever remember to buy.
Yes, someday I will actually start digging out.
I just sorted all my tokens. You need the lifelink
I need
soldiers?
Yep.
I got a bunch of those.
Excellent. If I can have one, that would be fantastic.
You could have probably 10.
I just want
You
one.
don't have them here.
No.
That's what he's...
Yeah, I'm saying these soldiers specifically have lifelink,
Yeah,
even
got
though it doesn't say. Well, that was my turn. Past turn.
Cool.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing I made.
Thank you.
Chris.
Being a pack rat helps.
Do you want more wine?
You trying to get in my pants? Because you're... Well, anyway. Yes.
Do I need wine to do that?
Yes.
I'm just saying, I'm going to finish this bottle.
Kolfanor. Drawn. Yeah, damn. Swamp will be my land for the turn.
There you go, sir.
Thank you. I'm classy up in here. I'm a classy broad. Yeah, I barely could say that with a straight face myself.
Correct.
I'm going to cast Assemble the Entmoot.
Entmoot.
Okay.
Creatures I control have reach.
What?
Sacrifice Assemble the Entmoot. Create 3 tapped XX green treefolk creature tokens where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. Put a reach counter on each of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, green, 2 close. And then I will cast another enchantment. Greater Good. That is all I can do, I believe. Yep, I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Gone. Draw. Land for the turn. Razor Tide Bridge. going to try and draw something good.
Draw me something good.
I was literally just going to do that.
Tell me that you like it. Yeah,
Do you have a Star Wars risk?
Yeah. We're going to discard that. I don't think I'm going to need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God, that is an expensive just draw a card effect. Okay, yeah, and I can't swing into that bullshit, so fuck it. We're gonna pay 7 to draw a card the hard way. What's the hard way of paying 7? Temporal Mastery. Take an extra turn after this one.
Alright. Cast trigger.
Yep, I get stuff too.
I also get stuff.
Kolfanor into play. Scurry Oak takes up 1. I have another Squirrely Boy.
I have a spider.
You are now a squirrel.
Tell me something dumb.
Kolfanor is a 3/7 with Vigilance and Reach.
Okay.
And some other bullshitty when something dies text. We'll go over that if it becomes relevant.
I get another pilot. These will be, the D4s will be my pilot. Okay. I'm going to pass to me. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
I don't have that one.
I don't remember. It's important not to miss triggers.
It is important.
At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase,
Pass.
I'm going to sacrifice as a root channeler to greater good. I'm going to draw 4, then discard 3, and then there's a couple death triggers. Discard 3. Going to discard 2 lands and a fertile ground. The death triggers. Death's Oasis. Whenever a non-token creature control dies, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. I should have done that before I drew, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
in response to that trigger,
yes.
I'm going to Swords Kolfanor.
That's the spider.
Gain life equal to its power.
Equal to its power.
Okay.
And you... hold on. Since he is the one that's causing you...
To gain
No,
life?
that's not right. Because that's a separate trigger.
Yep, so this would be...
I guess you
at the top.
technically can choose the totem. So, okay.
Yeah, if it was
So,
life
What
loss.
was it? Yep.
I already did it.
I
Well,
put it back.
yeah, this one
I
up
put
to
it back.
11.
11?
Yeah.
So those are the 2 that I would have milled to Death's Oasis.
He can let us gain life. He
That's
can't
fair.
force me to lose life off of something
Okay, so that
that
died.
I did.
These were
Right,
my
but
4 cards in hand.
if him gaining life was part of the resolution of your spell, that life would have to be
So-
from our turn.
Ah, okay.
Alright. Death trigger first.
Yep.
This is gone. Death's Oasis. I milled the
The
2.
trigger's still on the stack,
Yes.
but
Fertile Ground and Lignify. Whenever a non-token creature
who's Steve Jobs?
dies, then return a creature with lesser CMC that died from your graveyard to your hand.
Sorry.
Jobs died of lignify.
Steve Jobs died of lignify.
That guy cost 6, I believe.
Lignified balls.
Yep, 6. So Eudora will be the one I put into my hand. Yes.
Ass.
So Eudora into hand.
Okay.
Now draw 4, discard 3.
Oofda.
Misty, Haunted Mire, and Treefolk Umbra. Rampant Growth.
Can I continue to my pre-combat main phase?
Yes, I want to do that
Can't
before you
finish.
cast something so I could have creatures
I-
in hand.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because if I did it after you cast, then I would have nothing in hand for the cast trigger.
That is
I
correct.
see you, baby. Shaking that ass.
I see you playing smart.
I'm trying.
Not
God
like
damn
your
it,
good
I'm trying.
friend Tej.
I'm gonna activate Shiorkai to draw 2. Discard in. Lupine Prototype. It is a 5/5 wolf construct artifact creature. Can't attack or block.
Great for vehicles.
Unless I have no cards in hand. But it's got a 5 power that can crew whatever the hell I need to.
For 2 mana.
I have loved that card since Eldritch Moon. Unfortunately, I can't love myself anymore. I'm gonna pass.
Chafing.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tej.
One tap. Draw. And for turn will be a Clifftop Retreat. Untapped. I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My wife finished her D&D character, and she found badass art. She's a furbolg named Venra. She even found a fucking, like, archer furbolg.
Very nice.
I'm going to cast Sun Titan.
She's a big blue cow lady, but I'm not going to tell her that in real life.
Cast trigger.
Yes. Alright. When Sun Titan enters the battlefield, I may return a permanent card with mana value 3 or less from my graveyard to the battlefield. The Goblin Bombardment.
God damn it. Okay, do we lose?
If you can't respond to me sacrificing my creatures.
I can gain us an amount of life.
My draw trigger is gone.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 creatures on the battlefield presently. Sun Titan can't bring back anything useful to give me more creatures, so that's what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can do 12.
I can put us out of lethal range.
I would appreciate that, having stopped it last time. Better if you just got rid of it altogether.
So, well, before you do anything,
Okay.
let's start here. I'm going to sacrifice a spider to do 1 damage to your totem.
Down to 10.
Interesting. I will sacrifice a spider.
I mean, it's more important that you burn all your resources.
No, I get it. I get it.
Again.
I just want to see what's going to happen.
Smart.
Sacrifice a spider.
8.
Sacrifice a soldier.
I'm just fucking waiting for him to do nothing
7.
and be like, I guess we're out.
Sacrifice a soldier.
6.
Sacrifice a soldier.
5.
Sacrifice a soldier.
4.
Sacrifice a soldier.
Okay, I have a response to that.
Alright.
I am going to... Oh, no, that'd be the dumb thing to do. We'll do the smart thing.
Sacrifice my board. Why? Ow.
Going to pay
For what?
1 mana.
Yep.
Sacrifice Death's Oasis to gain life equal to the greatest CMC among creatures I control, which is 5.
Alright. I'll allow it.
Putting us back to 9.
Yep. With that, I will stop. I will stop.
No, that'll be good.
And end my turn.
Nobody said anything.
End my turn.
Or do I want to dig some more? We'll see. Untap. Now, if I had gone with my original commander's ideas for this deck, currently, like, Doran would be unblockable and hitting for 5. This guy would be unblockable, hitting for 3. This guy would be unblockable, hitting for 4. That's where I did have an idea.
Okay, okay.
Is it on flavor? No, but it seemed like something nobody would expect.
The issue I saw was when I looked at your original commanders and then I clicked on a few random creatures, I kept seeing, like, this one's
guy.
a 5/5,
Yeah.
and like that one, like all the ones that are just like big and new and not, you know,
Yes.
old school
I can see that.
butt trees.
Draw for the turn. Twilight Mire is my land for the turn. You have how many creatures over there?
I have 5 creatures out. 1 has reach.
Okay. Going to pay 5 mana. Going to cast a sorcery speed, Return of the Wild Speaker, to draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-humans I control.
That's a spider. 2 have reach.
So I will draw 5.
Again, that card does not go with the big butt 0 power trees theme.
But it will also giant growth all my non-human creatures.
Yeah. I'm the only one who builds decks that actually attack, though.
No, I'm trying to get there.
Teach could have won? Is that what I'm...
No.
How big is Arasta?
3/5.
3/5.
Unless that thing is out where everything deals ass damage.
I exiled, I believe, didn't I?
No.
That one? Oh.
Is that Doran?
Doran. Okay.
Then she's a 3/5, but she'll do 5 combat damage.
Okay.
Her webs spun from her own ass. Reach from next to the mortal world.
That's using your ass.
It's one of my favorite quotes.
Book of Arasta.
I say that to my daughter all the time.
What?
That's using your ass. And new Futurama starts tomorrow, apparently. So I'm excited for that.
Fair enough.
Which means I'm probably going to start rewatching that from the beginning now. And she'll stop asking me to watch American Dad and start asking me to watch Futurama.
I've given up on a lot of Futurama, like, after I think the 2nd or 3rd time they came back, and I just didn't care anymore.
It's not so much that I care, but there are very few shows that... new shows that I want to watch. So when something I like comes back, I'm like, oh, I will watch that again.
I'm going to cast Unstoppable Ash. It is a 5/5. Yeah.
That should be the fucking deck name.
It should be.
You would.
It's a 5/5 with trample.
That was 2 tree jokes in one.
With champion, a tree folk, or a warrior. So we will exile this Tilling Tree Folk underneath it. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, it gets +0/+5 until end of turn.
Again, it's a 5/5, so it doesn't fit tree butt theme.
Then I will go to
great
combat.
deck name. What are you doing? Combat, you say?
Yes. All of these are going to swing at T.
Well, it's a totem.
Well, it's
at your
Schnell and I.
combined totem of 25.
Yeah.
Trample?
No tramples.
Okay.
I don't believe. Nope, no trample.
Okay.
Settle the wreckage.
I have a response to settle the wreckage.
Ooh. Counter it?
Nope.
Oh.
Arachnogenesis. Shit. Nope. Okay. This is okay. Back up just a little bit.
Okay.
So I sighed earlier before, and then you were like, "You could you have won?" Mm-hmm. I realized that Arachnogenesis says X is the number of creatures attacking me. Technically, you have to declare which one of us your creatures are attacking.
So he was saying
I was gonna say we checked the tape. You did say you were attacking me.
Yeah.
Before he pointed out it's totem.
Yeah.
All right. So no one's gonna feel bad that I'm casting Arachnogenesis and getting that many spiders.
Correct.
Okay. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is this one swinging or was this tap for funsies?
Okay.
Swinging.
Okay.
Well, in response to settle the wreckage, that's cast trigger.
Also, I get a spider from
I get a
that.
cast. Yeah, I go to 11.
I'll put Indomitable Ancients into play. That is a 2/10.
Jesus.
Going to sacrifice this to greater good to draw 4, then discard 3. Two lands, 3 lands. that will come back into play as a forest due to Eudora. Then I'll sacrifice Eudora to draw 5, then discard 3. Three more lands.
I've been sitting on that settler wreckage going, it's not going to fucking help because everyone's just waiting to build board state and then combo off and deal direct fucking damage. Nobody fucking attacks!
No, I'm trying to attack. I'm trying. This goes to my command zone.
Okay,
The only reason I haven't played
the ones
Rith,
that get exiled, you do get to search for basics and put them on the battlefield tapped.
3 of them.
the only reason I haven't played Rith is because he has reach,
Yeah.
and I can't attack you directly. So my goal, the whole purpose of playing this deck tonight was because it's
Last
a little
3 basics
aggro.
in the deck.
Nice.
God damn it. Stupid greedy 3-color mana bases. Yeah, I guess that's all I can. I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
End of your turn. I
Hold
have
on,
10
wait 1
tokens
second.
I'm willing to sacrifice to kill you.
Yeah, he spidered up. Spidered up real good.
Oh, wait, no.
No?
I gotta wait.
Why?
I have to wait during your upkeep because of Arachnogenesis.
Good.
Oh, wait, no. Prevent combat damage. Never mind. I can wait till the end of turn. Fuck you.
Fuck me, fuck you.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna make you do it.
fuck
I'm gonna
myself.
cast Root Grapple, targeting your Goboblin Bombardment. That's
Okay,
right,
so-
Root Grapple. What is that, you might ask? It is a tribal instant tree folk.
That's a spider.
Destroy target non-creature permanent. If you control tree folk, draw a card.
Okay, well, I can still respond to that, and I
Yeah.
still have enough to kill you.
Yes,
Correct.
I know. I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm making you do it.
All right. I chose to play Rith tonight because Nelson backed out. Not necessarily at the last minute, but the decks I had planned to play were better with 4 people. The 2 decks that I were gonna run tonight. God, fuck me. The 2 decks I was going to run tonight are a little more combo based, and I didn't want to do that with just 2 opponents because it's one less person there to try to stop me from winning. So I'm going to save those for another time. Rith is a little bit more aggro. It has combo potential, but my goal wasn't going to be to tutor up combos and do that. It was going to be play tokens, try to attack, see what happens. So the way the game played out with Totem once again threw a very interesting wrench into this game. I didn't cast Rith a single time this game because of Chris. Chris was playing Reachy Tree Folks, and Rith needs to get through and do combat damage before I can pay for her ability to create all the tokens. And even though I can declare Schnell as the player I'm attacking, because they're a team, Chris can block. So he could block Rith. Rith wasn't going to get through. So I had to find different ways to do it. And that brings me to my MVP of the game, Sylvan Library. Which, as I said when I played it, adds another very interesting wrinkle when it comes to Totem. With Totem, I have 2 life totals. I have one shared with Chris, I have one shared with Schnell. And in order to take advantage of Sylvan Library, I have to pay 4 life for each extra card that I draw during my draw step, or put that card back. I have the option during Totem to decide which totem I want to decrease the life total from. Schnell kept gaining life with the totem that he and I shared, which just fueled Sylvan Library. I had no guilt whatsoever just drawing 3 cards every single turn. And if you watch games in the past where I've played Sylvan Library, I tend to be pretty greedy with it. If it's not going to force me to discard at the end of my turn, I will not hesitate to pay 8 life to draw 2 extra cards. And that usually bites me in the ass later on in a game, but tonight it didn't. Tonight I was able to just keep taking and taking and taking from Schnell until the life totals evened out a little bit, and then I dipped into Chris and I totem a little bit. I drew so many cards off Sylvan Library this game that it allowed me to build up the board state that I did. I tried to end the game, 3 or 4 times, and each time I got shot down, but my board state was never so far gone that I just couldn't come back. Circumstances just kept playing out where I kept getting more and more tokens. I was able to bring back the Goblin Bombardment, which is another way to just threaten the end of the game, and that ended up being how I ended the game. This was a very unique game for Rith in that I kept creating the tokens, which is what Rith wants to do. But I had the Outpost Siege, I had the Goblin Bombardment, I had a second Sacrifice Outlet in Ashnod's Altar, and I just kept creating tokens and tokens. And as this is my oldest commander deck, it's one of the first ones that I ever built, and it stayed with me because the commander is a dragon. This deck has evolved a lot over time. There's a little bit of everything in it, and the fact that I was able to get out 3 cards, including Perforos, where creating a token would cause damage, losing a token would cause damage, and the Dragonlair Spider, Arista, both cards that trigger whenever somebody else does something. I found I really, really like those cards more often than other cards that create tokens, because I just set them and forget them. Play the card out, let other people do what they're going to do, and they're going to be the ones that give me tokens. I don't have to put any more mana into it. I just have to let the game play out. So Dragonlair Spider, Arista, the Endless Web, they helped me get all the tokens that I needed. And Tendershoe Dryad was another one. I just play it, and every upkeep I get a token, and that really, really paid off this game. I didn't have to put any mana into it. I just had to let the game play. I kept getting tokens off of what everybody else was doing just at the beginning of their turns, and that eventually is what allowed me to get life totals lower and lower and lower until finally, for the 3rd or 4th time I decided to end the game, I was finally able to do it.
For my first time out with this deck, I wasn't all that unhappy with it. Most of the aspects that I wanted this deck to have manifested in this game. There was enough target removal and other interaction. I drew quite a fair number of cards, and I was able to cheat quite a few of the bigger tree folk into play. After that Cyclonic Rift, I was really able to build my board state up really, really fast, thanks in part to my MVP this game, Hunting Grounds. This is a card that was originally printed in Judgment, and wasn't reprinted again, I don't think, until Dominaria remastered it. For that reason, I don't think a lot of players know about it. It is not difficult to have 7 cards in your graveyard, and then just to be able to throw the largest creatures you have in your hand into play for free is just a ridiculously efficient means for 2 mana. An enchantment for 2 mana. Half the removal that people are going to use on it are going to cost more mana than it costs you to cast this. It's just it seems like kind of a silly card to not include in any deck that can run it if you have large mana value creatures, which most tree folk tend to be. If I did encounter one problem with the deck tonight, I would say the lack of any real form of evasion. Tej had a lot of little saprolings, soldiers, spiders throughout the game, and no matter the size of my creatures, I just couldn't get through them. I need to look into ways to make them unblockable, grant them all trample. There's a few enchantments in green that'll be able to help me with that. But I will. I'll revisit the list and I'll shore it up. It won't be long before this one gets a second game on camera.
So I think this is the second time out I've actually run this deck, which I don't know if I even have this deck list online. This was a deck that I started like brainstorming, and then Kamigawa came out and the precon was available. So the precon became a big basis for this deck, and I don't like building off of precons very often because I like to do my own weird shit, but I really wanted to do vehicles and board wipes, specifically destroying all creatures when I don't have any, and then finding ways of creatively crewing my vehicles to swing through an empty board state. 1/10 of this deck is currently board wipes, and I saw one. So I either need way more board wipes or way more card draw. However, one of the alternate commander options, Shorikai, Definitely gave me some card advantage, and for the first time, I think, ever for me, let me draw into an answer in response to somebody allowing me to crush Teej's Contraband and actually keep the game going a little bit longer. Overall, though, I have to say, Smuggler's Copter did so much work for me, and Sculpting Steel was another Smuggler's Copter. So, just any card advantage you can get. With artifacts, it's not terribly difficult, but keeping it on theme and vehicle-themed card draw and vehicle-themed damage and violence and evasion, Smuggler's Copter is just a great card. I believe this one was banned in Standard shortly after it came out, and I understand why, if that is what I'm thinking actually happened. But overall, I like the way this deck is going. I feel like it had a better showing than it did the last time I remember playing it, and I think next game I'm going to do I'll like scrape my box of cards a little deeper for things that I don't play very often, because either I don't remember having fun with them, or I think they need work, because I have so many decks that I don't upgrade. I need to know what needs to go into them. So I'm going to improve this one over the next few weeks, and stay tuned to see what I play for the next game. But in the meantime, like and subscribe our videos, and check out some of the other games we played. Have a good one.